Delaware's Child Predator Task Force executes one search warrant a week. That's more than any other police agency in the state.
We could probably execute a search warrant a day every week and still have cases to develop.
Deputy Attorney General Abby Rogers-Leighton heads up the unit, partnering with state and local police.
We are proud of everything that we have accomplished together.
Attorney General Beau Biden created the task force 7 years ago as part of a federal push cracking down on internet crimes against children. The unit's 4 investigators work undercover, proactively seeking out predators lurking online to meet children. They also work reactively, responding to tips. But as social media and technology develops, Leighton says there's a growing trend of child predators who are no longer just sharing photos, but are taking it a step further.
What has happened is as the internet has grown, they have more ability to reach out and interact with children. These people are grooming these children for relationships, friendships to start, but for the purposes of ultimately having sexual contact with them.
From January of last year through the end of April, the Attorney General's office says of the 63 arrests it made, 11 included individuals charged with sexually abusing children. This growing problem prompted Biden and his team to make the pitch for a 5th investigator before the state's budget writers in February and Delaware's Office of Management and Budget before that.
Get some money to make sure our computers work, as well as making sure some more money for making sure we can protect kids. We'll get some money this year, I think.
The task force is also getting help from legislation that received unanimous support from the General Assembly. State Representative Deborah Heffernan sponsored House Bill 256 that makes it a chargeable offense to solicit a child or an undercover investigator playing the role of a child online.
What it does is it updates the laws that cover sexual solicitation of a minor to include new and all forms of electronic communication that could exist, and it also takes away the need for an actual meeting, whereas just setting up a meeting is enough to be the crime.
Leighton says the measure also closes a loophole defendants have effectively taken advantage of in the past.
It eliminates the defense of a fantasy so that the offender cannot later say, as an affirmative defense, I was just pretending, I was never going to act on this relationship with this child. Once that offender has the conversation with the child, the crime has been committed.
Since 2007, the Child Predator Task Force has rescued 120 children who were actively abused or being groomed, and it's close to reaching the 200 conviction mark.
We see brutal acts of crimes being committed against children captured in video and images every single day of our life. But there's a cause, and we're fighting for the cause, and I think that helps a lot to know that you are protecting children and knowing that we are actively rescuing children.